Hey beautiful friends, Jackie here. Thanks for tuning in. Just a quick little update. My daughter Jellina has been in the hospital all week. She's been receiving chemotherapy every day. She's having it 5 days in a row actually. It's a very, very intense chemo regime that she's on. I believe it's the most intense in the world. 42 treatments she'll be receiving between now and September, which is 6.5 months in total. The good news is she's actually handling it pretty well so far. She has not vomited at all. She's not even feeling all that nauseous. She's comfortable in her bed. The nurses has been very friendly. And the best news of all is that her partner Emily has been allowed to visit her every single day, which they had told us last weekend that she wouldn't be allowed any visitors because of COVID. There had been an outbreak in this hospital, and so they are extra careful. However, the nurses are on our side, and they obviously see the importance of having a loved one there with you. Being diagnosed with cancer is not just a physical journey. The emotional, mental aspect of it is so important in a healing journey. And so for her to have been by herself all week would have been detrimental to her health. So I am thrilled that they're allowing Emily to be there several hours a day, every day. About a week ago, Emily created a GoFundMe page for Jellina. And we are just in awe at how well it's doing. Jellina has essentially not worked for a year. Because of COVID, she was a lifeguard and a full-time student at university. And because of COVID, the pool was closed down in March last year, so that's almost a year ago. And then when the pool reopened, she worked a couple of shifts and realized that she couldn't do it because her health was not, she wasn't healthy enough. Her hip was bothering her so much that she said, you know, if anybody needs saving, I'm not going to be able to save them. And so she essentially hasn't worked in almost a year. She has spent a ton of money on physiotherapy, on other therapies and pain medications, and she's had no benefits. She had benefits when she was in university, but she graduated in August and hasn't had any benefits since. So the financial stress has been pretty high for both of them. And this GoFundMe page has really been a huge help in that department. When she was first diagnosed, I gave Jellina some advice that was given to me almost 14 years ago when I was diagnosed with cancer the first time. And this advice was, give people the gift of giving. People want to give. Most of us are not great at receiving though, and Jellina was one of them. I was one of them as well. And so I said to Jellina, I reminded Jellina on several occasions, give people the gift of giving and just say thank you. And she has gotten really good at this. And this GoFundMe page is one of those opportunities for her to be able to receive assistance from people who love her, people who are rooting for her, people who want to help her. So often there is this sense of helplessness that we have when someone is going through what she's going through, stage 4 cancer. And so we like to help in any way possible. And when we practice that muscle of receiving, what ends up happening is that the energy of giving and the energy of receiving ends up being very similar, pretty much the same energy, because as you are receiving and saying thank you and being really appreciative, that in itself is a gift to the giver. And so that's what I mean when I say give people the gift of giving, because receiving is a gift. Receiving gracefully is a gift. So my question to you is, how well are you at receiving? And is there room for improvement? Maybe that's something for you to be mindful of. For me, I know my husband Ian years ago said to me, you know, you kind of put yourself on an island and you're not letting people help you. And it takes some practice, because most of us tend to be a little bit uncomfortable, or we think, oh no, we need to be tough, we need to be strong, I can do this, I don't need any help. You know what? We can all use a little hand. And the better that we are at receiving, the more that the universe will gift to us, right? The energy of receiving, it affects everything in our life, because essentially money is energy. And so if we become better at receiving energy, we become better at receiving love, healing, anything, everything. So practicing the gift of giving and the gift of receiving. That is my invitation to you. And seeing about allowing the energies to flow freely. So thank you so much for watching. I love you, and wishing you a beautiful day filled with giving and receiving. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.